Today, we're diving into something pretty fascinating, a part of human behavior that could totally change the way you communicate. We're talking about the hidden language of the eyes. You know that feeling, right? You're in a conversation, maybe it's a big negotiation, maybe it's just a chat with a friend, and you just get this sense that you're missing something. You're thinking, man, I wish I knew what was really going on inside their head.
Well, what if I told you that the answer isn't really hidden at all? In fact, it's right there, plain as day, in the little, unconscious movements of their eyes. So let's decode this hidden conversation.
Yeah, we're going to break down the secret conversation that's happening every single time you talk to someone. It's a language that uses no words at all, just the direction of a glance.
So this whole idea comes from a concept called eye accessing cues, which is a big part of neurolinguistic programming, or NLP. The main theory is that where a person looks isn't just random. Now, I gotta say, while NLP has a ton of followers, a lot of mainstream scientists consider it a pseudoscience. But hey, setting that aside, the core idea is pretty interesting. A person's eyes shift depending on what part of their brain they're using, whether they're pulling up a memory, a feeling, or making something up completely new.
So how does this actually work? Well, there are 6 main directions their eyes can go, and each one gives us a little clue about their thought process. And a quick heads up, these patterns are usually based on watching a right-handed person, so just keep that in mind. Let's get into it. Okay, first one. If you see someone's eyes flick up into their left, they're probably pulling up a picture they've seen before. It's like they're literally looking into their brain's photo album. Go ahead, ask someone, hey, what color was your very first car? And just watch where their eyes go.
Now, check this out. If their eyes go up into their right, something different is happening. They're not remembering. They're creating. They're building a brand new image in their mind, something they've never actually seen. You know, like a bright purple elephant riding a unicycle.
All right, what about looking to the side? When someone's eyes move straight to their left, they're tapping into their auditory memory. They might be recalling the sound of a favorite song, a conversation they had, or the exact words someone used. And if they look to the right, yep, you probably guessed it, they're making up a new sound. This could be anything from imagining what their voice would sound like with a different accent to mentally practicing the sentence they're about to say to you. Now, looking down into the left, that's a whole different ballgame. This usually means a person is having an internal conversation. You know, they're talking to themselves, sorting through their emotions, or thinking about how something made them feel. It's a real moment of inner reflection. And finally, a glance down into the right is all about physical feelings, what we call the kinesthetic sense. They might be remembering the feeling of the warm sun on their skin or the rough texture of a brick wall.
Okay, so this is all really interesting stuff, but how can we actually use it? This is where it gets really powerful. Once you start noticing these little cues, you can actually change up your communication style to connect with people way more effectively.
It's really just a simple 3-step process. First, just watch. Pay attention to where the person's eyes tend to go when you're talking. Second, try to identify their main thinking style based on those patterns. And third, adapt your approach to match the way they seem to be processing things.
So let's say you notice their eyes are always darting upward. Chances are you're talking to a visual thinker. So what's your best move? Stop just telling them stuff. Instead, show them. Pull out your phone and show them a photo. Sketch a quick diagram on a napkin. Use words that paint a really vivid picture in their mind.
But what if their eyes are moving more side to side? Well, that person is likely processing things through sound and language. For them, hearing is believing. So use really clear, logical explanations. Share what other people have said through testimonials or reviews. You could even ask them to read a key sentence out loud. That can be super effective.
And for the person who's always looking down, they're connecting with feelings and physical sensations. The most important thing you can do here is just give them a little space. Don't rush them for an answer. Let them process it internally. And if it's possible, a hands-on approach is gold. Let them try the product, test drive the car, let them actually experience it for themselves.
So as we wrap this up, let's take one last look at the big picture here and what this all really means for us.
Look, this isn't about becoming some kind of human lie detector or a mind reader. That's not the point. It's really a tool for empathy. It's about recognizing how the person across from you is thinking and trying to meet them where they are. It's all about building rapport and making our conversations smoother, clearer, and just more human.
So, the next time you're talking with someone, just pay attention. The clues are right there. The real question is, now that you know what to look for, what will you see?